Hey, happy Sunday, my fellow dear empath or a highly sensitive person who I am here for, coaching and guiding you forward, supporting you forward with your life after emotional abuse experiences, maybe physical abuse, bullying experiences. And I want to talk about relationship related issues right now, especially if you are a woman, you're an empath, that just be a woman, and you're dealing with relationship issues. Maybe you're dealing with a toxic partner, a narcissistic partner who is abusing you, taking advantage of you, and you're wanting to find a way out of it. So remember that a person only gives what they can give. So like I've said in my videos, if a person is negative, if they have a negative mindset, if they are toxic, naturally that is all that they have, that is all that they can give. They cannot give you joy, they cannot give you love or care or peace. You cannot build a healthy relationship with a person like that. It's impossible because they are not taking responsibility and accountability of their own well-being, of their own mental health, and they are just projecting their immature pain on you, thinking that you can handle it, like you somehow deserve it, like you are their enemy. As women, we have to be able to be ourselves, to know our worth, where we stand, without shame, without guilt, without fear. We need to be able to breathe peacefully and have healthy relationships in our lives, especially because we are sensitive. Being an empath or a highly sensitive person means that you are a very sensitive being with deep thoughts, deep feelings, deep emotions that you are dealing with every single day in your life. And therefore, you deserve people to be around you, those close people around you, like, for example, your partner, who is a supportive person, who will not judge or criticize you, but they will support you. So you want to attract and manifest and keep those people in your life who are like-minded, who uplift you, who support you, who care for you, who can love you the way you are. That is how it's supposed to be, and that is what you need and deserve. And there is no point in you to be suffering. And also, it is important to remember that these people do exist, even though they might be hidden. At least from my experiences, I can say that usually these kinds of people can be very hidden, that you don't notice them very easily, or you don't encounter them very easily because there are less of us. But as a sensitive empath, they just be a woman, you have to remember that a man is supposed to be a protector, a provider. Relationships should not be about chasing. It should be about mutual respect, mutual understanding, love and care, communication, honestly, openly, to be able to trust the other person. And then you can build the foundation for that relationship together with time and effort, with work, because everything takes some sort of work. And so you cannot, of course, expect a good relationship, a healthy relationship, if you are not working on it together. So it is never about competing with anyone. Love is not about competing. We have to remember to bring love and joy and peace into this life, into this world, into this universe. We have to be able to be ourselves and bring that joy and love and that beautiful, compassionate, empathetic energy that is within us. It's given to us as a gift by God, by the universe. And that is how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to be here helping ourselves and others, like I always say. And I believe that this also goes with, of course, our personal relationships and with our work too. We're supposed to be able to be happy and respected. Because it seems like there is so much mix up nowadays with relationships, many issues, which I've seen with my own clients who come to me for help. And I've seen it in my own personal relationships, naturally, because I was abused. And with my friends, of course, they have also had similar issues, sometimes not as bad as I did, but anyway, they have had some issues as well, and usually they would come to me for help. And so I've just seen so much, and that is why I feel called to talking about this again. And of course, as a coach and therapist, I'm also, of course, helping you with this if you want to work with me one-on-one. And as a sensitive empath, HSP woman, especially when you've been abused by a narcissist, if that happened in your childhood, then likely you are a people pleaser, and you try to please your partner in every way possible. But you only get drained out, and you only create the trauma bond situation. You only end up being codependent without even realizing it, maybe, because you are engaging in that behavior from your childhood because you had to please your parents so that you could feel loved and accepted in some ways. You know, that was what happened to me, so I know how it is. And, I just want to help you with this, of course. And just remember that it's not your fault. Abuse is never the victim's fault. And what a victim has to do, no matter how sensitive you are, you have to take control of your own life, to take your power back, and to realize that you deserve better. To start empowering yourself, supporting yourself, loving yourself, accepting yourself, caring for yourself in every way possible, having your boundaries, and know that you can attract a better partner. You don't need to put up with that abusive person in your life. No, that person is supposed to be a lesson, your teacher, who will show you that you actually deserve better. So when you're able to turn it around into this positive lesson, then it will empower you. And remember that only those people only hurt you who are not understanding you. They are not actually kind, supportive, empathetic people, even though they might have pretended to be those people, but they're really not. A person can say a lot of things. A person can pretend to be something else that they are not. So we cannot always blindly trust people. And this was also a very big lesson for me to learn. And still, of course, I need to be drawing my energetic boundaries, my boundaries in every way, verbally and, in every way, so that I'm able to be alive and thrive and to help others. So if you are dealing with a toxic relationship, a romantic toxic relationship right now, a toxic man, as an empath, I'd just be a woman. And you're wondering, how can I get out of this situation? Well, I do invite you to ask yourself, what can I do today? What can I do every day from now on to be able to get rid of this person who is only hurting me? And what can I do so that I can become free and healed and move on and thrive? So that I could actually attract a better, a more suitable, a healthy partner. A good man, a true man who will want to support me authentically, like he's supposed to be doing. There's always a way out, no matter how difficult things might seem. And I hope that you can have the clarity, the faith, the support, and everything that you need so that you are able to move on and heal and thrive and transform your life into what you deserve and need it to be. And of course, I'm here to help you if you are interested in my services. And I just felt that I needed to talk about this yesterday because I began to think about relationships again. And usually, of course, they are romantic relationships that we have issues with. And also, keep in mind what I've been saying lately is that, a person, if they have only negativity within them, that's all they have to give. It won't change. It won't improve. That's all that they have. And they show it to you in their behavior. You can sense it in their energy. And the way they look at you, for example. You can see and sense and pick up these things because you are an intuitive empath, a highly sensitive person. You have a natural gift to sense things in people, and that gift is meant for good things. And as always, we attract and we get back the same what we give out. So the more you give out good vibes, you smile to strangers, for example, you donate clothes, you help others, you help animals, for example, you help children or old people or your loved ones or whatever good things that you are doing and emitting that beautiful love and care and empathy out of you as a sensitive empath, highly sensitive person, you will get it back. Because you do so much good. You have done that good your whole life. But likely it just went to the wrong target if you ended up being abused. Like, for example, by your parent or a partner. So that is a sad thing, of course. And like I've been saying lately, because I've been so pissed and fed up with negative people, and just been dwelling in my own positive energy because that's how I'm supposed to be showing up here also, because the joy and positive energy is a big part of me. It's such a big part of me. So I wanted to focus on it and of course to amplify it so that I can also show up better for my people here on social media and live a better, happier life. That is my way of living, like it's supposed to be. So just remember that, every time they give you that negative energy, that is what they will get. Their lives are so miserable. And on top of remembering your own worth as a sensitive empath HSP woman, you remember your worth, you love yourself, you accept yourself, you build your inner peace from within, your self-love, you have your self-care routines in place, you know what you want and need and deserve, and you won't put up with garbage anymore because you don't need that, you don't deserve that, you don't have time for that, you don't have energy for that. So you're building this roadmap for yourself. And at the same time, you remember that you want safety. Especially an awakened woman, a spiritually awakened woman. She craves for safety in a man. So if you're dealing with an immature man who only wants to pick fights with you and is negative and only is hurting you and putting you down, especially in this situation, you have to start remembering, owning, taking back your power, your worth, and everything. Stop being ashamed of yourself, because it's not your issue, it's not your problem, it's that man's issue if they are hurt, if they are acting like that. It's his issue to fix and heal within himself. It is not your job to be healing and fixing and helping this person, no matter how much you love them, because you have a life to live. You are a separate person from this man. You have a worth, a life purpose, a life calling, a soul's calling in this life. And for example, if this is an ex of yours who you are still thinking about, or if you're dealing with a current partner and this resonates with you, you know, just remember that you just deserve so much better. And life is short, so why hold on to that? Maybe you want to ask yourself, what is it in me that wants to hold on to this toxic person who is harmful to me, who is harmful to my life in every way possible? And especially if you have children, of course, you have to protect them as well. So maybe you want to reflect on this topic. And a kind reminder that I have also created my manifesting online course that is only for 50 euros. That will help you attract and manifest that dream partner, or whatever you want to attract and manifest and create in your life. That online course will help you. And yeah, you can just check it out on my services link. As always, all the information is below each video, including I will be uploading this video on YouTube. So if you're watching this from YouTube, you can check out the information and my services link there, where you will find my online course. I have 3 courses and this is one of them, because it's always possible to manifest that right person. As always, I have created that course starting from my own personal struggles, turmoils, and heartbreaks, because it was such a struggle for me. So I wanted to create this online course as well, so that it would be easier for you to just take simple steps and to have clarity on everything about your self-worth and self-love and everything, so that it would be easy and simple for you to attract that right person into your life, or anything else that you want to attract. And remember that you are a powerful being, you are a great, amazing person, and you have a lot to give and offer to the right person. And I'm sure that the right person does exist if you have not met them already.